You definitely don't want to miss this scene. Their affection is like strong liquor, pulling the two slightly tipsy people in, and suddenly, a big surprise arrives. Just then, the door creaked, and the lovebird snapped back to reality, hurrying to escape through the side door, only to realize the homeowner had pulled out a Joseph, in disarray, held Shannon and struggled in a pool of blood. He sought a place to treat her, but every neighbor refused to help. Finally, desperate, he went to Shannon's parents, reminiscing about the unexpected encounter with Stephen. Talk about a twist. Joseph accidentally caught a mention of found creatures from Stephen, glancing at the seriously injured Shannon, sending a chill down his spine. He immediately ordered the butler to find a doctor and called Shannon's parents. Looking at the sleeping Shannon, his heart was a mix of emotion. Joseph finally realized they were from different worlds, and that Shannon wasn't truly his lover. Talk about rough pill to swallow. Their mutual support was just a collection of sweet conversations. He couldn't stay by Shannon's side anymore, nor could he face before her family arrived. Joseph quietly slipped out of Shannon's home and ran through the Boston streets like a free-spirited kid. It was heartbreak, regret, envy, and guilt, with tears streaming down his face like time had taken a nap right there. 8 months later, at a tunnel construction site, Joseph found a job, and although it was grueling, he wasn't about to give up that quickly. The only thing he couldn't let go of was the constant longing for his love. Remembering that sweet night made Joseph chuckle with delight. On the train to the next job site, Joseph lay on the wooden boards, reminiscing about his beautiful dreams with Shannon, feeling quite proud of himself. Subtitles. Oh, the land and sea of my dreams, together with my departed father, will witness it one day. They'll establish my own business if your dreams can truly come true. Oh boy, your old man would be up there chuckling at you, laughing down on you. Dreams often get crushed by reality like a pancake. In the water refueling break, Joseph saw a plethora of wagons headed west. They must be off to that legendary land grab. At this moment, his hidden American dream revives, shedding Juarez, ready for hope. Joseph always believed Shannon would show up somewhere in the west, and he was destined to fight for his land and love. In pursuit of Shannon's love, he tried everything. After countless days and nights, he finally arrived in the winding caravan to Oklahoma. Here gathered thousands of dreamers ready to compete in the land grab, and the shabby land office had already formed a long queue. The contest starts tomorrow noon, a horse riding and land claiming feast. Staff are bustling, and each contestant will get a stake. As long as they replace the pre-placed stakes, they can claim the land, but first Joseph needs to find a horse. Unfortunately, he arrived a bit late. The ranch only had an old horse and an untamed wild horse left. See what a headache. In the end, Joseph chose the more reliable old horse, and while selecting, he unexpectedly spotted that familiar girl, none other than the one he pined for. Shannon. Is this fate? Shannon came to the west with her parents and fiancé Stephen, a lively reunion. Though getting on in years, Daniel still seemed sprightly. He better not be sitting down during tomorrow's wild race. The western wilderness is full of surprises, and no one can tell you what we're up to. Just wait and see. That's the way to go. This wild race is breathtaking. Get ready for thrills. There's always a payoff. This race is truly an unparalleled challenge, not to be underestimated. Yeah, I'll definitely be dazzled. Stephen seemed very eager. He found a piece of dreamland 30 kilometers to the west. It feels like a paradise tomorrow. He plans to plant the flag there with Shannon. But Shannon doesn't seem interested, harboring another plan in her heart, knowing Stephen is just a controller of class interests. Joseph's feelings were sincere, and when Shannon hung out laundry, he finally heard that familiar voice. Joseph didn't let her down. They reunited, still holding on to that initial tension, knowing yet unable to express it. Their chats were infused with deep affection, yet tinged with an awkwardness that was hard to articulate during their goodbye. Shannon watched Joseph retreat, her heart stirred. He paused, then just offered encouragement. In his heart, he silently vowed, "No matter where I go, believe that I will return." After he had departed, Shannon softly dabbed at the corner of her eye that had been brushed by the wind, and at last she came face to face with that long-standing rival, Stephen, who still maintained his customary haughty demeanor. Faced with Stephen's jibes, Joseph no longer acted impulsively, silently nodding as he left. That night he got completely hammered. But stepping out of the tavern, he found that the old horse he bought had already graduated. See, talk about ironic. After a night, the sun rose again, painting the land in stunning hues, touching countless dreamers. Out of desperation, Joseph used his last bit of money to buy that wild horse he saw yesterday. determined to set off again. Meanwhile, Daniel had already sneaked his wife to a little hideaway, tucking her safely away, ready to face the challenge ahead. "We're going to do great, assuming life is just beginning, not ending." One day afterwards, when everyone had gathered together, the staff members gave the signal to commence the race, and the cannon boomed. Thousands of horses and riders surged from the starting line. This was more than just a race. It was a grand migration for survival and a better future. Just as the race began, several brave souls fell from their horses, while Stephen and Shannon surged forward in the frenzied crowd. Charging towards land 30 kilometers away, Joseph was still tangled up with that wild horse. Out of desperation, he finally pulled out his trump card, throwing a mighty punch.